Ireland doesn't have a lot of side exits or rear exits to gardens. There's about 40 meters of pipe that had to go through the garage and the kitchen. The guys doing the concrete, they said it would not be uncommon to have to wheelbarrow in. This was 11 in total. The guy running the pump truck has this cool remote. He just hits start, stop, and it starts pumping, then stops pumping. And there's the broom finish, float finish. I know some people get really picky on it, and like this, it's not as bad as what it looks like. Literally a little tiny mark where like a rope was brought across it. Let this all cure for 2 weeks before doing anything heavy on it. Then I'm gonna go put paving slabs back here. Oh yeah, I gotta get rid of some extra dirt there. You can see strip the forms, backfilled. For the next step, there is the fence. Cool. I'll pop in the video here. A little bit further along. There's the fence. And here's the leftover paving slabs, upcycled from the patio removal. Been leveling off the dirt. A little bit more to get rid of. And these, they're just laying on the concrete to keep them all square. But I've cut them, and those will go back there over some weed reduction plastic. There's the leftover bits. There's one that didn't cut so well. And here's this little run here that goes in from here, just under the fence to keep it off the dirt. So I've shaped those to where they'll drop right in here. So I've got the ivy trimmed off to about here, and this comes up here, and that to there is tons of ivy. It's still alive, but pretty cool old gnarled tree or bush that's just massive. Yeah, you can see it's just all sorts of ivy. Like this whole section, that whole section there is just one big branch. And that was just ivy root. Let's start it back down in here. There you go. This is a very bad picture, but it kind of shows you I had 20 square meters, and this was shoehorned in next to the house. And so this fits my old Subaru and then a workshop and some other things, but that's about it. The size was good, but I had this weird pie cutout. So I was like, well, I would like to have one similar in size, but without that. It'll be nearly like a small 2-car garage. So I started looking into log cabins. Now, problem with some of them is that they're very small and not very durable. Log cabins often are set specific. They're built to order, but from a slightly different roof, or you get, instead of shingle, you can get steel, which is good, but I needed something of a variation, or stuff like this, which is, a sea container, etc. It's like this, Grand Designs version of log cabins. So I found Eco. Now I flipped the image because that's the layout I wanted. This is a product they do offer, and they're willing to customize, and which was amazing. No sponsorship, just a shout out. They did initially say, due to the pandemic, it could be 2 weeks lead time extra on top of the 10 weeks, but they said, we make no promises because of the current issue with supply and huge demand with everybody working from home. So the layout I chose was something like this on a larger scale. The enclosed space is 24 square meters, as opposed to this, which was about 16. That Renault Windy is not a big car. That's about a CRX sized car. And I did like this, and I did like this, but because it's Ireland, it's rainy, windy, I wanted this back wall to extend all the way to here. So what happens with planning permission, you want to make sure you're under a certain height, you're under a certain width, length, etc. on enclosed space. So I did mine about a half meter below max 1 square meter below max on floor space. The windows and door are double glazed glass, which is nice. And then this is a big gate. Here's the 3D rendering. So that's what it looks like. It's another angle. So yeah, the side facing the wooden fence